I am really beginning to lose all hope in Battlefront 2 at this point, as I'm sure a lot of you are already aware. EA Star Wars yesterday, out on their website and on their social medias, made a new post saying that the war is just beginning, and oh my word, there are so many negatives with this. I'm going to discuss it here today. Now let's get past all the boring stuff and discuss this. Quote, "We're working on a revamped progression system. Your feedback has been essential here, and we are preparing significant changes to progression that will address many of the things we've seen players asking for. We'll be sharing more details about these changes in March." The last two words in that paragraph are easily the worst thing on this entire post. Now, if I had to be honest with you, I would have said after months of them working on it now, progression probably would have been fixed mid-February along with a new DLC season, but that doesn't look like it's the case. Ever since the whole pay-to-win microtransactions catastrophe at the start of Battlefront 2, they have been working to get this progression system fixed and still haven't got it done. Now, to an extent, I do agree with this. If they really want to get the progression system working, the more time they spend on it, the better. However, there are things they could be doing in the meantime to help us players. Now, this is something I heard the Swanee Plays Games channel talk about, so all credit goes to them for this. And it is about the cost of epic star cards, but also I've added in my own little thing on here as well. Now, it currently costs 480 crafting parts to upgrade a card from rare to epic. This is because the progression system was built on pay to win, so the whole point of it being hard to upgrade your cards is so that you would spend more money, but without the microtransactions, it doesn't make much sense and it is just harder in general to get star cards. Now, first of all, the cost of these epic cards should be much lower, maybe around 300 crafting parts, but then something else I've added in here could be this. For the time being, maybe allow it so epic cards can be pulled in crates. I understand when you get those epic cards you want to feel a sense of pride and accomplishment, but sometimes you're paying 480 crafting parts for something that isn't even worth it in the end. So until the revamped progression system is out in March, which I'm hoping is worth it because I have said I can understand this being out in March, so I really want a good progression system. If it still doesn't work after all this waiting, I and so many other players will not be happy. But until this is ready, they just need to make it a bit easier to acquire epic cards. Like I said, you need to be able to work towards these things, but not to the extent they're making us work for. Now also, the two words at the end of that paragraph, in March. I don't think those two words are making this look very good for DLC Season 2. Like I said earlier, I thought we were going to get DLC Season 2 midway through February if I had to guess. However, I don't see them giving us a second DLC season until the progression system is ready. I could be wrong on this, but I have a very good feeling I'm correct. They're not going to give us a second DLC season when the progression system isn't even working as it should be. Now this means most likely no DLC until March. I will wait till March. I don't want to wait, but I will wait and I will keep playing the game. But the average player isn't going to do that, and this is how the game is going to die. Okay, when the DLC comes out in March, a few players are going to come back, but it's going to need to be something big. At this point, it needs to be something a lot bigger than we got in the Last Jedi DLC. This is basically 2 months without any new content in the game. Yes, we're getting a game mode, which I'll get to later on, but no real big content. So many players are just going to go to other games. Now, I've been speaking about this in streams lately, and it's about people actually playing Battlefront 2 in a real-life situation. I don't know anybody who plays Battlefront 2. The only people who I know who play this game are you guys on the streams and people in the Battlefront community. Nobody in real life plays this, and I think that just goes to show how the game is already dying. Now, not only was Battlefront 1 responsible for a lot of people not buying this game, but also the big scene at the start of the game with the pay to win and everything like that, and it's turned a lot of players away, hence why they needed to get out DLC as soon as possible. The game is in a dying state and we're in January. It's been out 2 months. That is pretty worrying, to be honest. I see a lot of people just absolutely sucking up to EA and DICE. They're congratulating the devs for communicating with us. Like, that's how bad it's got. You shouldn't need to congratulate the devs for actually communicating with the community. We get told new content, quote unquote, coming soon, and people are happy about this. I don't think you quite understand the situation. The casual players are leaving this game. The only people left are the die-hard fans like me, who is going to play this game no matter what, because I'm a Star Wars fan, like I've said many times. Now, some of you will say, if you're not happy with the game, why are you playing it? Why have you got the channel on it? And my answer to that is, well, if you look at the channel recently, you will see that it's just been 90% speculation, really. I know I do the streams, but even in those, I'm basically doing them to just interact with you guys, let's be honest, because you can see, alright, when I'm playing Heroes vs Villains, when I get into a game, mainly because it takes that long to get into a game, I like playing Heroes vs Villains, that is entertaining, but the game in general is pretty bad, so I just stream mainly to interact with you guys. I'm not going to let a bad game stop me interacting with this channel that I've built up. But videos, I can't even bring myself to play the game most of the time. I get a bit of footage every now and again, but I can't even bring myself to play the game. I do the fully upgraded hero stuff, but that's rare. I just mainly focus on speculation, as most of the stuff we want isn't in the game now. I understand we can't get everything, but things like Anakin, for example, Anakin and Dooku, like the main protagonist and antagonist of the prequels, I just feel like that era is left out, because we have Luke, we have Vader, we have Rey, we have Kylo, but then for prequel fans like myself, we're just put to the side, and I don't see us getting any prequel content now until March, to be honest. Even if we get it then, I don't think we're going to get any DLC until this progression is fixed, and by then, the game's just going to be dead. By the time the DLC comes out at this rate, nobody's going to be left playing the game. There's already tons of glitches where lobbies won't fill up, I'm getting put into empty lobbies, games won't start. It's just not working at the moment, and it needs to be fixed. Balancing is terrible in the game. I know I'm going from topic to topic here, but I've not got a script, anything like that. I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. There's just that much wrong with it. But anyway, the second point, a game called Jetpack Cargo is coming in February. 2 teams of 8 players equipped with jetpacks compete in Jetpack Cargo. A frantic, fast-paced way to play. This mode will only be available for a limited time, so don't miss it. And this, my friends, is what we've got to keep us entertained until March. Jetpack Cargo, nobody asked for it. We asked for Galactic Conquest and Order 66 mode. I'm not saying this doesn't sound fun. It does sound pretty fun, I'm going to be honest with you. But it's not exactly what anyone asked for. Now, like I said, this does sound fun. I'll probably play it a few times, but after that, then what happens? As far as we know, like, this is all we're getting for now, Jetpack Cargo. Why can't we get a few customization options in there? Maybe like the Han Solo bearded skin for doing certain challenges, we could get maybe a new clone skin, something like that. They don't have to add in the whole customization just yet until it's ready, but maybe just a few things to work towards. Now, game modes like Cargo from the last game, Drop Zone, Droid Run for example, I think should have just been in this game. In my streams many times, I'm honestly just appalled by the options that are available for game modes. I'm just stuck between Galactic Assault, Heroes vs Villains, and that's on repeat, because Starfighter Assault, okay, it's fun sometimes, but I can't play it over and over again and have fun, and then Blast and Strike are just pretty much boring. So yeah, this does sound okay, like I said, but nobody asked for it, and that just makes me think, okay, so they've just gone and added something random here. When are they going to do that again? They're just going to keep giving us random content that no one asks for. Why don't you give us the content we're actually asking for, like Galactic Conquest? It should have been in at launch, but once again, they're taking the time on that. Hence why I personally believe this game shouldn't have come out till 2019. Maybe 2020, I don't know. They just needed to spend more time on it because it does feel really rushed. And finally, a new season is coming soon. We've learned a lot from the first season of content for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and we're integrating those insights into our plans moving forward. We know you're waiting for details on what's coming in the next season, and we'll have more to tell you soon. That word soon is used far too much. It's not very specific. That could mean any time. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but soon to me, I'm going to keep playing the game. Like I said, I've got the channel to run on it. I do enjoy the game to an extent. I enjoy Heroes vs Villains, and I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'm going to keep playing it. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I just want to play a good Star Wars game, and this one does offer that in the sense of graphics, sound design, and like I said, Heroes vs Villains is pretty fun. But the casual player is going to look at that, see the word soon, and probably leave the game, go on something else, one of the other popular games at the moment. There's so many. They're not going to stick around for Battlefront. We're not going to get this season until the new progression system is out. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, what are we going to get at this rate? I thought it was going to be maybe one hero, one villain, so for example Obi-Wan and Grievous, or Dooku and Anakin. But they're making us wait this long. I want all 4 of them in the DLC now, and that sounds pretty greedy, I know. But for one, they should have been in the game at launch. Like, I understand Grievous in a way, he's complicated to make, so maybe put Obi-Wan and Dooku in at launch, or Anakin and Dooku. I don't know, but they're taking a while with this, and I think we're waiting this long, so why not give us a pretty big DLC match? If they do that, I've been proven wrong, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think we're going to wait all these months and just get 2 heroes, a Galactic Assault map, Starfighter Assault map, maybe a new hero ship. That's not enough for the time we're being made to wait. But anyway, they finish off by saying our goal has always been to create the best possible experience, taking into account the feedback of our fans to continue to evolve and grow Star Wars Battlefront 2. Take that how you will, I don't think they're doing much. They're holding back free stuff, they're taking ages to update us with any new content. They think adding stuff like Aiden's TIE Fighter, which was in the single player, and they just add it into the multiplayer later on, they think that's good content, so I don't know, my patience is running thin with EA and DICE, to be honest, but it's not me you've got to worry about, EA and DICE. It's not me, because you know I'm going to keep playing your game. It's the casual players you've got to worry about, and you are losing them day by day. But that is about it for this video, everyone. Something a little different. I thought I'd do a little rant, not scripted, as you can probably tell. I just needed to speak out on this, and I've been on Twitter, but I needed to make a video on it. I'm not very happy, but to those of you still defending EA and DICE, I don't see how you can, but I suppose we can all have our opinions. I hope you enjoy Jump Trooper Cargo, because that's all we seem to be getting now up until March, so should be fun.